life throughout the show.
Legendary Child, beautiful. Outgrow the Lights, bunch of great songs on this record, and it will be out.
Thank you.
3 months. We'll be on tour. 2 months.
Not a brand.
We're doing this as quick as possible. We're almost done with the record. We have 2 more songs to finish, and then we got a mix. It should take us another month and a half, 2 months, and we'll be in your face before you know it.
Yeah! There'll be songs coming out too. A couple of singles between now and then. So, you know, the most amazing thing about being in a band is hearing your songs on the radio, and we're very anxious to hear our new ones coming out of the speakers.
Do you know what the first singles are going to be?
Not right now.
The record company guy.
After the record's
Lee,
done.
where's Lee? We're not allowed to divulge that at this point.
Come on.
Loud.
Aerosmith can do anything.
Hey, you guys are working with Jack Douglas again for the first time since 1975. It's different now compared to back then.
Well, we got a dream team going here. Joe, myself, Marty Fredrickson, Jack Douglas are producing this record, and it's been unreal. We've done a record in 4 months, unheard of in Aerosmith territory. So it's going to be stupid good.
What Jack brings is a little bit of that 1975 back. Kind of gets you in the mood.
Jack is part of the DNA of this band, and we learned how to make records with him back in the 70s, and that process and the way we get along with him and the way he inspires us is still happening. I mean, the first day of writing and rehearsal, that process came right back, and the guy's a joy to work with.
I want to find out, this is the 40th anniversary of the band. I want to find out how do you guys keep that passion and everything keep going.
There you go. There you go again. Ready?
Everything you've ever read, a lot of inside family stuff. Our kids grew up together. We fight all the time. Like Tom said, we were fortunate enough to hear a song that we wrote on a waterbed in an apartment called 1325 on the radio. And that was it. We were addicted to that, and to this day, you're going to hear stuff all over the radio again. With the grace of God, that's what we live for. We love to get our music out there and have people dance around to it. That's all there is.
Bottom line is we love to play.
You guys are doing some dates with Cheap Trick, and can you talk about your history with the band and getting a chance to go and play with them?
They also have a history with Jack. He produced them too way back when. And we just met them early on, and always had a lot of respect for their music. And they put out an album called Live at the Budokan, which is recorded in Tokyo. And that was the album that really put them over the edge. And it's just a fantastic record. I think that they're one of those bands where you kind of forget how many great songs they have. So when people come to the show and hear them, they're going to say, "Oh yeah, those are the guys that do that song." Right. And it's just going to be one after another really great songs. That's why we love them.
Woo! Steven, I love you! Woo!
It's been around as long as they have. Same guys, same
Yeah, I was going to ask, was it a conscious decision to have another group that started out like you guys did in the 70s in that time period? Is that a conscious decision?
No, but the synergy of it kind of says something about the strength of how good songs last for how long they've been around. I mean, they've become classics, and the band is there to play it. There you go.
Yeah, we've been touring with them on and off, going way back and going up to fairly recently. And we just always have a great time.
How do I do it?
The fans of American Idol. Are any of those idols going to be touring with you on the Global Warming Tour?
No.
Just straight out, no.
Depends on if there's any frequency.
This is a question for everyone but Steven. Right here.
Now that he's a big TV star, how impossible is he to work with now?
He gives us free sunglasses once in a while. Great.
And Stephen, how impossible are you to work with now?
Totally impossible. It's all my fault. Everything is. I'll take the blame. You see, Joe wished me happy birthday the other day on Idol, huh? It's moments like that that I took that job for, and I'm an Aerosmith for. So.
And your long and illustrious career, what is the most remarkable thing you've seen on stage?
A hamster.
No, the hamster I don't think is it. I think there's another one. You have another story.
A prosthetic leg. We were doing a show, it was a general admission show back when they still had general admission, and everybody's hands were in the air, and about 50 feet back there was a guy literally holding up his artificial leg. And
with a rose in it. It was a girl.
No, and he, I kind of waved at him, and he passed it up, and we put it on the drum riser. A couple of minutes or a few songs later, my text said, "Hey, the guy really needs the prosthetic leg back." And so I said, "Okay, well, give it back and have him come back after the show." So he came backstage after the show, and we met and talked for a while and had a great time.
It was a pretty original way to get back to meet the band. I thought it was a pretty cheap shot. You know what? I wouldn't recommend it as a way. You know what I mean? There are other ways to get back to meet us, but lopping off the leg.
And he still keeps in touch with him today. He calls him old Lefty.
Well, it's inspiring when somebody dares to be in the middle of a huge crowd. With that challenge. This guy was obviously somebody who said he was going to rock out no matter what. We have a lot of respect for him.
Thank you, though.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
We will not let you down.
Now they go the other way. They're getting out of here.
No. That was short. I'm not saying